We can heal the deforestation heartache by stepping into relationship with the trees. Hey, my name's Amanda, and I'm a friend to the trees. And today I'm going to be sharing a heart-opening message that I received from the trees about deforestation. I'm so happy that you joined me for this message. First, it's important to understand what deforestation is and why it may cause you heartache. Deforestation is the process of cutting down and removing trees from within a forest in order to create a patch of land that can subsequently be used by things like industrial large-scale agriculture, clear-cut logging, and urban and economic growth. In many societies, this form of development is unquestioned and accepted as a necessary act to support the status quo. Often, the loss experienced as a result of deforestation is not even considered, or it's believed that the pros outweigh the cons. Unfortunately, our precious planet Earth and all of the beings who live on Earth, including us, are paying the price for this decision. The cost of deforestation includes land degradation, global warming and temperature rise, wildfires, extreme weather intensification, melting ice and sea level rise, ocean acidification and warming, biodiversity loss, and ecological collapse. The rewards of deforestation are essentially quick and easy money. Watch this video where I explain why deforestation is not actually necessary and how the same end results of creating space to farm, harvesting trees for wood, and development can be achieved without clear-cutting forests. If you're tuning in before I have the video linked, please subscribe and check back next Friday as I will be posting new videos each week that I'm able. So, with all these deaths accruing, it's completely understandable why you may feel upset or uncomfortable when driving by a recently clear-cut forest, or when considering global deforestation. Perhaps you were already aware of the costs of global deforestation to planet Earth, or maybe you just love the trees that used to stand in the forest that got cut down near your house. If you're like me, then you may have even had a favorite tree in that forest, or a favorite place to go and sit, or a trail that led to a amazing secret pond. Or maybe there were animals living in that forest that you love dearly, like squirrels, birds, turtles, deer, or other animals that you know are now either dead or displaced. Witnessing and experiencing deforestation is a difficult, heart-wrenching thing. I know because I struggled for years with bitterness and resentment over the fact that global deforestation is happening, and when witnessing the local deforestation taking place in southern Delaware, the beautiful land I grew up in. The hardest part, at least for me, of deforestation is that it can quickly cause us to fall into a deep well of sadness, confusion, and judgment. And those are never pleasant things to consistently experience. I know because, like I've said, I've carried those feelings around for years. But this all changed for me after realizing the following things the trees have shared with me. And so now I'm going to cut straight to the chase here with the messages, but if you're curious about my journey of receiving these messages, check out this video where I share my experience of losing a beloved tree friend and hearing what she had to say about it. And again, if you're one of my first viewers, thanks for being here, but please subscribe and check back within the next few weeks to see this video. The heart-opening message that the trees wanted to share are as follows. Trees are sentient and conscious just like us. They're just in different bodies, but that doesn't mean that they're any less intelligent or helpless. And the word helpless really stood out to me, especially because it's easy to get upset thinking that humans are going around killing all of the trees. But what I've come to realize is that that line of thinking takes away a tree's sovereignty. It's based on the assumption that we humans have the power to determine that tree's fate. And that line of thinking belittles them into objects that can be used by humans as we see fit. When in reality, trees are living beings just like us, capable of experiencing individuality, free will, and intelligence. And they chose to be here. Trees are not dumb. They know that global deforestation is happening, and they still chose to come to Earth and experience life as a tree and death as a tree, however that may look in this era, be it from natural or anthropocentric causes. That being said, it's so important to recognize that the trees are happy to be here as a tree in this time of global deforestation, chaos, and change. They're not angry about it. They're delighted to serve as the much-needed homes to the current generations of the wild ones who have been inhabiting this planet long before we came along, and they're also happy to help us build our homes and tools. With that in mind, we could definitely treat them with more respect and gratitude. And finally, each tree literally anchors in sunlight and transforms it into usable energy, thereby helping to support life for all beings on Earth, including us and other trees. They're not just in it for themselves, but they're here to help all of life on planet Earth. So let's focus on that. Let that be food for thought when you feel yourself getting upset the next time that you witness or experience deforestation. Take a moment to consider the possibility that it's not humans taking the lives of trees. What we're witnessing Are trees willingly contributing to supporting life on Earth and participating in humanity's evolution in order to help us awaken to the fact that trees are sentient and conscious? In addition to this, the trees have also taught me that we don't have to carry a heavy and uncomfortable burden about deforestation. We don't have to judge the fact that it's happening. We don't have to get angry and feel bitter. Sure, it's so important to recognize if you're feeling that way, but you don't have to stay there. And no, we're not justifying deforestation, and by all means, deforestation needs to end if we and all other living beings are to continue living on Earth. But the sooner that we can personally choose to switch to a positive perspective on deforestation, one of gratitude to the trees, inspiration to care for the trees, and a call to action to form meaningful relationships with the trees, the sooner we will see the energy of deforestation shift. We can heal the deforestation heartache by stepping into relationship with the trees. The positive energy that we have the potential to step into can shift an entire lifetime's worth of anger and bitterness over deforestation into love and gratitude for the trees for being here with us now. Simply put, stepping into relationship with the trees has the potential to stop the deforestation heartache in its tracks because it inspires a sense of respect and care for the trees and fosters new and regenerative ways to relate to the trees that will put an end to the unnecessary grief and anger that we all seem to love carrying around. Silly humans. So, you might be asking, how can I step into a relationship with the trees? While there are many ways to do this, and I fully recommend you figuring out a way that feels good to you, there are a few things that I can personally recommend that I do to foster relationships with the trees and connect with them. Maybe one of my ways will work with you. But like I said, it's truly personal, so it's also a good idea to see what feels good to you as well. The first and easy thing that anyone can do is gratitude. Express your gratitude to a specific tree, forest, or in general, the trees of Earth. Find things that you're thankful for about that tree and express it either inwardly or in written form or spoken form to the tree. Personally, I sing to the trees every day and find it meaningful to place my hands on their trunks and thank them for being here, wherever that may be. I challenge you to figure out ways that you can express your gratitude to the many trees in your life in ways that come naturally and feel good to you. Second, stewardship or caring for the trees is the next step that you can take to begin forming relationships with the trees. This outward expression of care for trees gives you the opportunity to learn about the specific tree that you're working with, whether that's through identifying them, watering them, learning how to prune them, mulching them, or tending to their needs. By caring for trees, you'll begin to naturally connect with and communicate with them. And finally, create a sit spot near or under a tree. A sit spot is a place to regularly visit outside where you can be quiet and observe nature. Usually, it's recommended to visit a sit spot on a regular basis, at least once a week for 30 minutes, but whatever you can do is fine. It's all about getting out there, and it's really through sitting still and observing that area on a regular basis that you'll begin to witness the life of the tree and the tree's personal experiences. As very mobile beings, it can be difficult for us humans to fathom living in one spot our entire lives. But trees do this seamlessly, and there's a lot we can learn from trees just by watching them and witnessing their lives. I'm going to end this video with a challenge that will initiate and support you on your journey of healing the deforestation heartache. The challenge is this. Go outside within the next week and get to know one individual tree in a new way. If this kind of thing is new to you, you can do this first by locating a tree that is calling to you. This may be one that you drive by every day, one that you've known and admired since you were a child, or one that you planted in your front yard, or even a tree that's new to you. It doesn't matter where the tree is. It matters that you notice that the tree is calling to you to connect. You can enter into the space of receptivity to connecting with a tree by simply stating something right now, something like, I want to connect with the tree. Please make it obvious that you are reaching out to me. Again, that's, I want to connect with the tree. Please make it obvious that you're reaching out to me. Perhaps a tree already is coming to mind. It's important here to trust that first instinct that that tree is a tree that wants to connect with you. If you don't already have a tree coming to mind, that's completely normal and fine, and it gives you the opportunity to look for a tree that is calling to you while out and about in your everyday life throughout the next week. I mostly find that trees communicate pretty directly, so while you're out and about, you may totally forget about this message and find yourself gazing at a tree and all of a sudden have a clear line of thought that this is the tree that wants to connect with me, this is the one. However, if you find yourself not having a clear knowing, you can also look for other signs, such as a single branch waving at you in the wind, a person passing by pointing out to their friend how beautiful the tree is that's right next to you, or someone gifting you with a tree or a tree-related thing within the next week. The possibilities really are endless, and it's important here to leave space for the trees to come into your life in whatever form they want. And of course, to trust and know that when you authentically open yourself to connecting with the trees, they always come through, often in unexpected ways. So once you've realized what tree is calling to you, the rest is pretty simple. Get to know that tree in a new way. This can be through identifying them, observing them for a new detail you haven't noticed before, or even asking them their name. And if this is a tree that you've lived nearby for a long time, that you already know, or perhaps you know a lot about trees, it might be more difficult. But this challenge is for beginners and masters alike, and for those with an open mind, there's always something new to learn. Please do share your experience of this challenge below in the comments. What tree did you connect with, and what did you learn? I would absolutely love to hear from you about your experience of entering into a relationship with a tree. And thanks for watching. I truly hope that this video inspires and supports you as you embark on your journey of healing the deforestation heartache. Please share this video with absolutely anyone and everyone who you think might benefit. Canyons are formed by single drops of water. Be the drop of water that starts it all, and together we can shift into living in peace with the trees and with our planet. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!